My brother Gypsy, thank you for stopping in. We will get started here in just a minute as soon as the raid comes through from Millicent's Memories, but appreciate everybody who's already dropping in. Hope everybody's having a good Saturday so far. It's beautiful here in Knoxville, Tennessee. About what, 70, mid 70s?
Yeah, something like that.
A little bit cloudy, so it's not too hot. Hello, Cats Dance Mom.
The estate sale was good today.
Yeah. Yeah, Amy went to a half off day for the estate sale, or to an estate sale that I went to yesterday, and she went to the half off day and got a few things. I got a lot yesterday, so a lot of stuff to go through, including some ephemera that may come to a future show. Hey, Amber, thanks for coming in.
I got some ephemera too today.
Hey, Sweet Pies. So, I'll tell you what, since we know that the raid will be coming anytime now, let's go ahead and start the first giveaway. Or Amy, we both have to refresh. Let's do the other one first.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to refresh ourselves on how to do all this.
Yeah, I don't do shows like I used to, so. But anyway, here's the giveaway. It's this I think it was 1924, a Wesson Oil Salad Time cookbook. But what I thought was so cool about it were the dancing vegetables on the top.
That's cute.
I
like
but
that.
Yeah, so great graphics on the front, and it says it is salad time is all the time. So anyway, go ahead and get in on that. Looks like we have 3 entries so far, 8 people in here. Should be getting the raid from Millicent's Memories anytime now.
Here we go.
Hey, April Pickles, here we go. So I see everybody coming in. So once again, let me go ahead and introduce myself. I am Stuart with Franklin Hill Ventures with my lovely assistant, Amy, also my wife. So beautiful day here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Make sure you get in on the giveaway. It's this 1924 Wesson Oil Salad Time cookbook with the dancing vegetables on the front. So very cute there. So we have a ton of stuff in both the buy it now and in the auction. So make sure you put your request in for the auctions in the chat, and we'll get right to those. Or you can put your put your pre-bid in, and we'll also try to run those early. We do have our $1 banger item, which is this 1850s.
That's very cool.
It's a legal document that's where somebody was contesting a will, and then you have this personal letter that one brother wrote to another. And, it's hard reading these old letters because of the script. But, basically said he thought it was probably the last time that he would ever write to him or talk to him. So it was a pretty contentious, but a lot of cool stuff in here. I mean, it was like division, arguments over division of property. I think one family member suing another, and it's all properties involved being the 1850s in Alabama. There's some slaves mentioned and things like that. So anyway, a very interesting historical document. Can everybody else hear us? Brian says he has no sound, so maybe it's just him, but
maybe it's us. Pre-bid.
I'm assuming everybody else can hear us. So
morning.
Good morning, Mighty Annie. All right.
Yes,
so sounds like everybody can good. Thank you for joining April from Canada, Pickles 44. So before we get started, and then we'll go ahead and start on these pre-bids. As I mentioned, if you have any requests, put the lot number in the chat and we'll get right to it. Make sure you go over to franklinhillventures.com, check out our links to our different social media. Just a quick shout out to Paperpalooza Dave. I'm going to be on his YouTube show on Wednesday night, and you can put the time in the chat. I can't remember if it's 7 or 8, but it's a live YouTube show. I'm going to be on there along with Johnny from Frizzy's Finds. We're 2/3 of the Finders. Yeah, I need to show up on time. We're 2/3 of the Finders Flippers Resale podcast. So also search for that on YouTube and give us a follow. All right, let's go and get started. So let's go and do our pre-bids, I guess, while you pull those requests.
Okay.
So our first one is going to be lot number 34. Tell you what, let me go ahead and
Baby and the kitten are perfect. I'm trying to give the cat back to where we got it from because she hasn't adjusted a time change yet. But the baby is great.
Yeah, our cat wakes up at 3 o'clock, between 3 and 3:30 every night now, and start scratching, meowing, anything to get us up, because she was a 4:30 getter upper, and now she
It's because I get up at 4:30. That was my fault.
All right, can you go ahead and pin lot 34, please? Yeah. So this is going to be, I think it was 15 photos. Goodness, my glasses. This is going to be a challenge. I can't see the screen if I leave them on, but I can't see the pictures if I take them off. So
there you go.
This getting old is terrible. So this is going to be 15 vintage. They're all black and white, and they're all religious themed. A lot of them are river baptisms, as you'll see here in just a minute. So here's somebody standing in front of a church. Looks like somebody Patterson. Here's somebody getting baptized in the river. Guess they went down to the river to pray. That's Bob somebody. So you can see him getting, I think these are all Tennessee. I think they're local to our area. So this might be the Clinch River. I don't know that for sure. But if you're familiar with Tennessee, that is what's dammed up to become Norris Lake.
All right.
I think these were in with those pictures. So I think, our winner of the giveaway, Sweet Buys, congratulations. So I assume these are people showing up to the baptism. Some more people in the river there. Looks like a kid there.
Somebody getting,
yeah, getting ready to get dunked. You can see how many people were there, though. Look at all the people in the bank. That's a really good picture with the barn in the background. Got the guy in his overalls getting ready to be baptized, it looks like.
Some waiters.
Got a few more to show, then we'll go ahead and get this one started. And then here's one of inside the church. And then finally, you got somebody preaching. They had 106 enrollment with 63 there on Sunday.
So do we want 30 seconds?
And
it's got a 10-second.
No, let's do 15. And make sure it's not sudden death. No, it's not.
It's
okay,
not.
so
you ready?
Yep, 15 seconds. Here we go.
It's probably been 2 months since I've been on here.
That didn't start for some reason.
Well, that's weird.
Here, I'll start it from here.
I got it.
Okay.
Start. Oh, it's 30. There we go.
Okay, it is raining now. We accidentally did 30, but thanks for the bids. All the baptismal pictures.
Is there a nurse in that lot?
I don't know.
It says, looks like there might be a nurse card. Oh, a card maybe in this other lot that we're getting to, lot 32.
But as I mentioned, all these are Tennessee. I believe there was a really cool album of pictures that there's a guy here locally who collects local stuff, and I actually gave that to him for his collection. But thank you, Yay Vintage.
Yay. Okay, I don't see a nurse in this lot.
What are we looking for?
A nurse card. Here, let's do 23 next.
All right, so this one is another one that had a pre-bid. So this, I know nothing about this picture. I mean, I've looked up the artist Bobby Rushing. I've tried to find this through Google Lens. So I know nothing about it other than I thought it was really cool. It's on kind of thick paper, so I assume it's a print of some sort. But really, that's the extent of what I know about this. So it measures 14 inches by 10 inches. So while Amy looks for that, I'll go ahead and get this started.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. We'll do 20 seconds, and here we go. And this is titled Patches. Thank you, UC Bears.
There it is.
Well, this one is set up for sudden death. I guess when you start it on the phone, you've got to change it. So if anybody wants to get in, this one is sudden death. This will be the only sudden death one we do, though. Yeah, I don't know why they... I don't think so.
I don't think so either. All right. Oh, you got it.
All right. Hand me another one.
All right. We got a pre-bid, and then we've got that one next.
All right. So this is lot 14. I think this is our last pre-bid for right now. So I'm going to have to be really careful with this paper because it is kind of fragile. But I guess this was a paper that somebody ordered that was for their birthday. And I guess you ordered it from this historic newspaper archives. And it gives you instructions for storage and stuff, which I don't know if these people who had it followed the instructions or not because it is a little brittle. Here's the certificate of authentication. And then here, I guess they just printed this off the internet, or either it came with it. These were the headlines on August 2nd, 1910. So if you're an August 2nd birthday, this would be your newspaper. I'm not going to really try to show any of it because as you can see, I mean, it is going to be hard to open. But nonetheless, it's from Philadelphia, and it's the Public Ledger. So we'll go in and start that one. Yeah, let me go and do it so I know to turn sudden death off here. Okay, that looks better. 20 seconds, 10 seconds, and here we go. All right, Cat Stance Mom is in at $2. Thanks so much. Anybody going to be watching football today? That is usually what I do on Saturdays. We actually have the Tennessee-Louisville basketball game on in the background here as well.
Oh, do you? Look at that.
And Tennessee's up 6-0. So, all right.
All right. So this is a request, and it does have a nurse.
Oh, yeah.
A nurse card. It's sweet.
So these are really cool. I think they're from the 40s and maybe 50s, but they're all unused, and they were all found together. So I don't know if they were like samples that somebody was given, but you can see here, this one's a little baby girl. How wonderful. Congratulations. And this one's from a Gibson card.
That's for you.
And then here's Bet Your New Daughter is a Little Sweetheart. And they're all in pretty good shape. There's a few that you can see they have just a little bit of maybe staining. But overall, they're in excellent condition. So just go through these real quick. This one's got a little bit of a bend to it, as you can see. It's a Christmas card. It's a Q. Some of them are Q, whatever brand that is. Here's It's a Boy. So these would actually be good to get, and you could use them to send to people because they have not been written on. So that one's pretty.
I almost hate to write on it.
I know.
Well, that one's got
somebody had written $8 on that. So that one, well,
it's got something else on it.
Yeah,
too.
that one maybe this one. So this one was used. It looks like,
Let's see.
But that one looks older than the others too. So maybe that was an outlier that was just in with it.
Something. Sunday school teacher. This is from somebody's Sunday school teacher.
Look at that one. Just kick me on my rear transmission. That was probably quite risque for the day. There's a cross, an Easter cross, a birthday message. Oops, sorry about that. Then here's like a sympathy card. Yeah, and so far just the one, and it was written in pencil on the back too.
On the back, they didn't sign it or anything.
So some great graphics in these.
Like
Look at the little kitty. That one does have a little stain in it there, but nothing on the actual where you can, well, on the back you can see it. Then here's another birthday. Don't be blue. Do just like the birdies do, and simply whistle all year long.
Nice.
And your life will be a song. And then last one, it says, happy birthday to my husband. You have some people working, what's that, fishing, I guess? Yep. All right, so you got all 15 of those. We'll go ahead and start that.
It's rolling.
And that is rolling.
All right.
So 14 unused and one that has pencil writing on the back. So
if anybody has any requests, just drop them in the chat. I'll watch for it. I guess I can see if there's any.
Thanks to everyone for the bids. Yep. This is a cool lot. You don't find a lot of greeting cards from this era that haven't been used yet.
Right.
There's the one that had a little bit of a bend to it. All right, Nerdy Nurse Vintage. And that one's awesome. So thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll take that. And we'll do 18.
All right, so this is going to be a pair of ice coupon books from the 40s, I believe. I think one of them's dated 1940 something. This one.
Wait, I just pinned the wrong thing. Sorry. Let me unpin that.
You don't really have to unpin the whole thing, but anyway.
Here we go.
So this one are 5-cent coupons, and I guess you would leave this on top of your ice freezer, and the iceman would come bring your block of ice and then take the appropriate coupon or coupons to pay for it.
Hey, kitty.
So these are 50-pound coupons, and It's a 1,000-pound book. So on the back, you can see 19 there, and this one's 1940 something. So I assume they're both from the same time period, but they're both from the Decatur Ice and Coal Company in Decatur, Alabama. So let's go and get that one started. And everything today is a $2 start except for our $1 start. So, and we'll do that $1 one probably about quarter till, I guess. So everybody check that out.
She works in the NICU.
Oh, Charity Vintage comes in at the last second. Thank you so much for the bid. And we have Allison is in and won the auction. Thank you so much.
All right, let's do like 26 next. I'll get that.
Okay, throw, let's see, I think I have a 2,000. Maybe hey, for the person who won the ice coupon books, I'm going to throw in one extra because I had a 2,000-pound book too. So you'll get 3 of them.
Nice.
You're welcome. All right, so these are French letters or documents. I can't read them, so I don't know.
Wow.
And yeah, and these are, best I can tell, these are from the 1700s. That's based on the paper and the stamp. And then there were a couple in the lot, they're not in these 3, but that actually had dates written in them and a different text. But they were all together, so I'm pretty sure these are 1700s. I have no idea what they say, whether they're full documents or snippets, but in any case, I know they're really old. So here's the first one, and they do all have a stamp. The stamp's a little faded there.
You're not going to try to read that?
No.
Can you read
I can
anything?
barely read English, so. And you do not want me to try to speak French. So there's that one. And then finally, here's the last one. And this one's actually a multi-page document. So here's your stamp here. And so if whoever wins this can read French or has it translated, let me know if they say anything exciting.
All right.
So here we go. That's about all I can say about them.
Yeah, can't read them. Don't know.
But it always amazes me that things survive this long. You know, I mean, those are really, really old. And how did they stick around?
And who kept them?
I know. You know, we throw away everything.
Everything. So. Of course, we have nothing handwritten anymore either.
No.
This stuff is going to be more and more.
All right. Thank you. And another first purchase. Really appreciate it.
Here we go. There's the numbers on the other side.
Oh, yeah. These are those calendar pages.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So these are 12. They appear to be like samples, I guess, that you would get that you could choose to build your calendar with. And it's got some like handwritten notes here about pricing. But, you know, flatter embossed calendar, 1961. And then what was in here, it's not actually, you know, the calendars themselves aren't in here, but it's 12 different types of lithographs that you could get. Yeah, this one is like, I don't know if it was a sample for a fan that you could get. Yeah, split a little. Oh, no, there's actually 2. I didn't even know there were 2 of them. So, and then you say you have 2 of these. I didn't. So there's actually 13 of them. So you have the flight into Egypt, and they all say litho in USA. Then you have the embossed page here, which is a church. If you look on the back, it's kind of hard to see, but there's the embossing. This one is also embossed. There were a couple that weren't embossed. This one's embossed. The hunter with his dog, with his 2 dogs. Then you have this one called Puppy Love, and it's embossed. And this one is called School Day, with the little girl with her apple.
Reflected on that, it looked really kind of evil.
And then you have the one called Grazing. And as I mentioned, all these say litho in USA at the bottom. And then here's the mountain. I guess all these are embossed.
Yeah, they are.
I was thinking there was one that was flat at least, but maybe not. There's the hound dog.
Aww.
And then here's the Last Supper. Yeah, that one's embossed as well. Here's the Good Shepherd. maybe you can order them flat or embossed is what that means. So, well, yeah, that one's embossed too. So anyway, there's 13, not 14 or not 12 of them.
All right.
Because you got this one that wasn't shown. So we'll go ahead and start that. And it does have the original box or envelope.
Yeah. And the envelope has little writing on the back that just says 1961. But
all right, no interest in those.
All right, let's try number 22.
And if anybody has any requests, make sure you put those in the chat and we'll get right to them. So these are vintage old maid cards. It's like not a whole set or anything, but I guess that'd be really good for something like junk journaling. They have some really cool images here. So you have the Radicott horse, the fisherman, Tom the piper's son, a policeman, a farmer, a baker, an artist, and a soldier. So there's 8 of those, and we will go ahead and get those started.
Okay, here we go.
Hey Cut Reds, hey Crumb Finds 2, Papa Star, Jams Comics, anybody else I've missed, thanks for coming in. My name's Stuart, and I've got my wife Amy here helping. We're Franklin Hill Ventures here in Knoxville, Tennessee. If you ever happen to be coming through town, make sure you stop at one of our antique booth locations. We're at Bearden Antique Mall and West End Antiques, both in Knoxville, and also at Granny's Attic Antiques in Clinton, Tennessee.
All right, these are fun.
All right,
Barbara jeans or Brenda jeans one.
These might bring back memories for some people. I kind of remember things similar to this. These are older than me. These are 40s and 50s, I think. But these are like practice books for writing cursive. So really great graphics on the front. And this is the 3rd level, so I guess 3rd grade. But, you know, it shows you how to hold the pencil. Gives you a little introduction there. And then it has all the writing exercises. So it'll show you at the top what you're supposed to write. Then at the bottom, you would write yours up there. So you have that one, the 3rd. Then you have number 5. And that one's Working Together Recorder. This was We Write Now Recorder.
That was Barbara Jeans right there.
Then we have the We Make Plans Recorder. That's the 6th, level 6. That one's Brenda Murphy. Brenda Jean. Once again, I mean, I'll be the first to admit I've forgotten a lot about writing cursive. I don't know if anybody else can write perfect cursive anymore, but like how to write a capital Q. I mean, I don't know that I remember that. They got a B+ and a B.
That looks way better than yours or mine.
All right, so you're getting all 4 of those. The vintage cursive writing practice recorders, and
I don't even know that our kids.
Nerdy Nurse Vintage is winning that one.
Did they? I don't think so.
Let's don't do those unless somebody requests, it's their choice.
Oh, okay.
All right, we got Nerdy Nurse Vintage in at $4. Thanks so much for the bids, everyone. And Nerdy Nurse Vintage took them.
All right. Let's do 17.
Yep, and as Marla said, feel free to put any request in, or if you put a pre-bid in, we'll also watch for those. So this is pretty cool. If anybody remembers the World League of Football, this was a program from the opening night. So it's the official magazine of the World League of American Football. And they had teams in Sacramento, Barcelona, Birmingham, Frankfurt, Atlanta, or Orlando rather. This is from 1991. So not sure who all remembers the World League of American Football. Looks like there's something in here. Oh, it was the game recap here. So whatever game they got. There's the rosters, and there's lots of vintage ads. There is a little bit of staining on the pages. I'm sure they got the game, and who knows, maybe it was raining or something. Anyway, we'll go ahead and start that.
All right, here we go.
Yep, Memphis Blazer did come up with the Paperpalooza name, so he is definitely part of the history of Paperpalooza.
The history. How long has Paperpalooza been going on now? It's been
a couple of years.
Yeah.
I mean, this is number 7. No interest in that one.
Okay.
All right. Don't know if we have any anybody who does needlepoint or anything like that, or cross stitch. I don't know the difference. But these are a bunch of different patterns for cross stitch. So you have bread cloths for Christmas, some more bread cloths, maybe some more bread cloths. So if anybody wanted to make one of these and send us one, that'd be awesome. Here's some sassy sweats.
There we go.
Oh, look at that. Dear.
Look at the headband.
Do people still cross stitch sweatshirts, or was that only a thing for a while?
I don't think
so. Did anybody in the chat ever cross stitch sweatshirts
or anything?
Here's the treasury of alphabets. Here's cats, 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 and then best loved dogs. Charted alphabets.
Nice.
Innocence. Floral monograms. Here's some jar lids you can cross stitch, and then more jar lids for all occasions.
All right.
So you're going to get all 15 of those just starting at $2. We'll see if anybody's a cross stitcher.
A deal and a half right there. I'm going to guess no.
Looks like we have no cross stitchers.
I don't have the attention span for anything like that these days.
We should give these to Jenna.
Oh, yeah, right.
Was it cross stitch?
No.
No, she did crochet, didn't she?
39.
All right, so this is going to be 20 vintage stock certificates. Various ages, but they're all vintage. So here's Gulf States Utilities Corp. They all have really great graphics on the top. Here's General Foods Corporation. GM, General Motors. The Grand Union Company. Rayette with the eagle on the top. Then we have the United States Lines. Peel Elder Limited. Then Pan American World Airways. Then the Pan Am Corporation. Rayette, I think that may be the second one of those we saw. The Great Northern Nakusa Corporation. And the Boston and Maine Corporation.
All right, I'm pulling these pre-bids, guys.
Blue Ridge Corporation. Another Rayette. But I think they're all different even if they're the same company. Washington Gaslight Company. That one's cool. The Great Northern Paper Company, which became Nakusa, it looks like. Then the Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, A&P. Who remembers the A&P stores? I can remember shopping there. And then Howard Johnson, or Hojo. And then Carter Howley Hale stores. And then finally, International Telephone and Telegraph. So, whoops, our cat's looking up here.
Are we ready?
Yep, we can go and get that one started.
She's a mess.
She is a mess. Yes, they are cool graphics. I mean, of course, stock certificates, I think you can still get them, but, they're more like you get one to frame, but now it's all electronic. Yeah, I mean, everything should be combined, Blue Katie. That's all done automatically by Whatnot. And I think we have it set where the most you'll pay is $8.77. So no matter how much you order.
There you go.
I can't believe that's your first purchase from us, Paperboy.
All right. Number 27. We have a pre-bid on
that. You're finally a winner. Thank you so much for the bids.
27.
All right. We have some old bill heads. These are all from the 1800s. Hey, Paperboy, your payment failed. So if you can check that, it's probably because it looks suspicious you buying something from me for the first time. So, but anyway, yeah, just check that. Thank you. All right, and this is going to be 5 1800s bill heads. So this one's from Davis Brothers, cloaks, suits, and knit goods. And then here's, I guess, all the different things they sell. That one's from 1884. Then we have Davis and Company top roll coverers, harness frames, heddles, shuttles, and general mill supplies. That one's $18.90, and this one's $18.78, and this is Miss M. Kennelly. Trimmed bonnets and hats and fine millinery goods.
It's from October, yeah.
Yep, $18.78. And then here's a ledger from the White Sewing Machine Company, 18 something. Let's see, 1878's the date at the top of the ledger. So lots of transactions on there. And then finally, we have the Woolen Manufacturing Company, worsteds and fancy cashmeres, and that one's $18.84. So that one's got some really cool graphics on it. So we will go ahead and start those. Appreciate everybody stopping by today.
Here we go.
We do not do whatnot as much as we used to. I really focus more on my just static marketplaces. I do have a ton in my marketplace on Whatnot though, even though I don't do the shows as much. So make sure you check that out as well. That's where I have a lot of home goods and collectibles and things that aren't paper as well. So
yeah, there we go. All right, what 38?
All right, so this is going to be 5 downbeat. I think it was 5 downbeat. Yeah, 1970s downbeat jazz magazines, and this was kind of a who's who of jazz people, or some of them I didn't really think of as jazz, but a who's who of people in the music world, I guess. So here's George Benson on the cover of that one. There's Chuck Mangione, and anytime I see Chuck Mangione, I think of King of the Hill.
Yep.
If anybody else watches King of the Hill, he like hung out in the whatever the name of the store was there on King of the Hill. Megalomart. So he lived there.
How do I know that?
Then you have Ray Charles. Let me keep an eye on the time. So about 15 minutes and we'll run our $1 start item. There's Joni Mitchell. So I don't really think of her as jazz. She's more folk, but she's still on the cover of Downbeat. And then Dr. John, a New Orleans legend there. Okay. So anyway, all 5 of those for a $2 start.
Here we go. We are all full of useless information. Till it's not great. We're great at trivia. That's right.
There's no telling how many problems in the world we could solve if we could push all this useless information out of our head, right? Thank you, Blue Katie May. And all this stuff will ship out on Monday.
40. Did you see what Paperboy says?
No.
That's funny how that works.
And just make up 16 numbers and see, see how long it takes you to come up with. Oh, yeah. So these are really cool. This was one of my favorite things in the auction. So these are all land surveys from the 1800s. Like this one's from 1873. And they're all hand-drawn in color, like pictures of the plots, or I guess they're not pictures, but
it's just a drawing.
Drawings of the plots.
Yeah.
So this was like 108 acres, and it's got, here's Crooked Line, something northeast, poles. So, this was back when you would just go down and, go to the second stump past the dead oak tree and take a left. But here's this one. Scale 30 poles per inch. It was done by William A. Jones, surveyor. Says this plot represents a tract of land surveyed for Jesse Harper, lying in Lenoir County, and I think that's North Carolina, near Woodington Church, containing 89 3/4 acres, August the 31st, 1880. So
look at the way they printed. It's so neat.
So there's that one, and then the last one is here. And this was my favorite one. Look at the colors in this one.
Oh, wow.
The nice compass star there. Scale 50 poles per inch. And this was James Hubert Waller's land, 108.5 acres. And you got all the different borders on here. There's a canal right here. I like the little finger he drew pointing to something here. So anyway, all three of those starting at just $2.
And here we go. Let's see. We got one more with a pre-bid.
There's that one.
Yes, let's make sure. Yep. And if anybody has any requests, let me know.
That one. And I think these may be in the part of North Carolina that was hit by the floods. I think Lenore County's up in that area.
In the mountains.
Yep. So that one's just so cool.
Yeah. They took their time, it looks like.
Yes, that was sad. They're making better progress, though, than what they originally projected. I know they said the interstate through the mountains in North Carolina might be open by January now.
Oh, really?
At least like one lane going each direction.
That's
cool.
Cool.
They were saying it was going to be 5 years or something at first.
That makes sense. It didn't take a long
All right, these are another very cool item. So these are all from 1885, 1885, 1885, 1885. These are all handwritten letters with the original envelope. So they have cool stamps, 2 cent Washington. Let's see here, the stamps. So there's another one of those stamps. Then we have a green one here. I think they're all Washington stamps, but you have 3 of the brown ones and one of the green ones. And I think they're all from a sister to a brother. Let me take one out. I'm not going to read them all, but we'll get I think it's a sister to a brother. So so they have it embossed. If you can see up here, it says A.H. Bartle, Richmond, Indiana. So they look like they're from Indiana. 1885, dear brother, this is the first opportunity I've had to write to you since I came home. I wanted to tell you how many things there are to bring where something go for them. Oh well, these are so hard to.
There's some 6 chairs.
Yeah.
And a table.
A bedstand, a lounge, 6 chairs, and 1 quilt. The one that is for you.
Huh.
And my gossamer, what's that say?
24.
Is hanging behind the pantry door. Anyway, you get the gist of it there. So you're getting 4 of those. It's cool that they still have the original envelopes and stamps from 1885. So you can go ahead and start that one if you want.
Hold on.
You're trying to wrestle the cat over
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the cat, when you're
found some tassels.
Rattling a bunch of paper.
Well, she found some tassels.
Here, you want to put those up higher?
Yeah. You gotta pick them up, though. There you go.
Thanks for the bids, everyone.
And then we'll do that one next.
Hey, Rosie.
Hello.
My daughter just walked in. One of my daughters.
She's done some grocery shopping for us. Isn't that nice? There you go. Let's do lot 24 next.
And if you want to meet my daughter, Rosie, you can go out to the Finder Slippers Resale podcast, and she was actually on one of our episodes. So
yes,
we talked about our big trip from Washington State all the way back to Tennessee. So this is lot 24, and this is 1930s Italian ephemera. And for people who've been on Whatnot a while, this is from that Simonetti estate, which has made its rounds. I bought it all. Who had that auction? If anybody remembers, let me know. I bought a ton of it, and I think this is the last of it that I have. So, but it's just a bunch of letters. I think it's cool when you find the old ephemera that's got the original. They didn't use staples; they used the pens. Yeah, JJ's Antiques. So yeah, this originally came from JJ's Antiques, and their story about this whole sale is fascinating, like how long they waited. But anyway, 1929 there. A lot of this is in Italian. So once again, just like the French, I can't read it.
Don't know what it's about.
So there is like a bill head there maybe, or some kind of invoice. So we'll just go ahead and run that.
All right, here we go.
Thank you, Marla.
Is it going? Yeah, it's going. right?
So we have, yep, it is.
Okay.
So we have 20 more minutes. And if anybody's
Score
curious,
check.
Tennessee is beating Louisville in basketball 36-16 so far. So we're happy here in Knoxville.
Yep, let's do 19 next.
All right, so this is a Coca-Cola, some kind of contest, I guess. I'm tried to figure out how it works or what it is exactly, but it says win a 6-bottle carton of Coca-Cola for only 5 cents. And it's got a little punch out here. Then it's got all these names with punch outs and then a place to write next to it. So I don't know. Does anybody know how these worked? Because it doesn't look like something you would peel up and there's like wording or anything. You just punch these out. So I really have no idea, but there's 2 of those unused, unpunched. So we'll go and get that started.
All right. Here we go. Coca-Cola stuff's just cool.
Welcome in, Patrika. Hey, Ferrari's Finds. Hey, Cool Vintage Vibes. Anybody else that I've missed? All right, no interest in the Coca-Cola stuff.
Okay.
So we'll do the dollar start thing here in about 5 minutes. So in the meantime, if you see anything else we've got that you want us to run, just let us know. So this is going to be lot 28, and this is 60 slides from the Vatican City. So
oh, neat.
It looks like it was, some type of souvenir that you probably bought in the gift shop there. I don't know the exact year these are from. Couldn't find any dates or anything. I would guess maybe 60s if I was having a guess. So anyway, 60 souvenir slides from the Vatican City.
All right, here we go.
And there is some wear to the outer box.
I was just double check and make sure I pulled everything. I think we're good.
Guess it goes that way.
The Vatican City people here. How about these guys? Right there.
All right, we got a couple of
41.
Yes.
There we go.
These are all studio photos, and they're all of children. So, although that one's actually not a studio photo, it doesn't look like they're in a studio, but it's a little boy and I guess a little girl in a carriage. Look at that old carriage there.
Oops.
And then there's the outside of that. And then you have, I don't know if I'm allowed to show this or not since it's nudity, but we'll, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I guess that's a little, would you say little girl?
Yeah.
So with her little chain on, and that's from New York City. This is where the studio is. And then
sweet little girl.
Finally, you got, I guess it's a brother and a sister most likely.
Wow.
And that one's from Jersey City, New Jersey. This one does have maybe, you can, maybe a little bit of spotting on it. So anyway, all 3 of those, the photos with the children.
There we go.
Hey, Paperboy Vintage, thanks for coming in. We'll have lot 20 coming up next. Thanks for the request, Betsy, BB Betsy.
No naked babies. Let's see, 20.
All right, so this is going to be a lot of like recipe booklets. I guess they're kind of like cookbooks, but they're more all booklets. This is a Hickory Farms fondue recipe book. I can remember as a kid, we would fondue, every couple of months. I was going to say, we've done it a time or 2 here as well. It's fun, but it just takes so long.
Yeah.
I guess we should just go to the melting pot if we want to fondue next time. And then here's the Good Housekeeping appetizer book. I would guess from the 50s or 60s maybe, just based on the graphics there.
I bet there's some interesting things in there.
Then here's the Merita sandwich book. Wonder if there's any appetizers that involve putting something in gelatin.
Maybe.
Merita sandwich book.
Bacon crisps. That sounds good.
Back in the 50s, they would put anything in gelatin and call it a meal. So
that's bacon's on saltines there.
Here's Brain and Health Power Foods. This one looks a little newer, probably. And then here's the Janelle Okie, My Favorite Recipes. Oh, that one's from Godpost. And then Recipes for Happy Holidays and Goodies for Giving.
Oh, they use that.
That one does have some wear along the edge there. And then finally we have Cookout USA. Who remembers Squirt?
Nope.
I do remember it. I don't think I've ever tried it. I think it was kind of like a mellow yellow, or Mountain Dew or a mellow yellow. Then you have mayonnaise potato salad in a can.
Mm.
And German potato salad in a can. And then your MSG. So,
all right.
Does anybody remember Squirt? Squirt, a refreshing. Go ahead and start it.
Okay.
Squirt, a refreshing thirst fixer, sparkling drink mixer, and recipe ingredient. You'll love its clean, tangy taste. So, Squirt icebergs. Fill an ice tray with Squirt. Stir in McCormick or showing red or green food color. Place red or green maraschino cherries or other fruit in each compartment and freeze until almost solid.
Well, it must be a grapefruit something because they've got that marked out, made from real grapefruit, not squirt fruit.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I remember it. I don't know that I ever drank it. It seems like maybe it was one of those North Carolina things like Cheerwine and stuff, but...
Huh. All right, this has got a pre-bid.
So this is lot 30. This is going to be a lot of handwritten documents. I don't know if they're letters or more like business correspondence, but I think they're all from England. Like this one's Stoke-on-Trent, 1908. And I think these are all early 1900s. Once again, instead of a paper clip, they have the straight pen there. That one's multiple pages. Thomas Hall, deceased. We are obliged by yours of yesterday with check and something of the account. So somebody must have died and they're liquidating their account. There's one from 1906. There's one from 1901. The Royal Exchange Buildings in London. 1906. That's my birthday, 6/6 as well. Not the day, the year I was born, but
you're not quite that old.
I'm 6/6, 67. So, all right, there's 1906 again, and then finally another 1906. So we got 6 early 1900s documents, all from England. It appears. So
we are rolling.
Thank you, Blue Katie Marie, for the bid. Stoke-on-Trent. I know a lot of China comes from Stoke-on-Trent.
Huh.
All right, this is going to be lot 4. We'll go ahead and run this one, then we'll do our dollar start one here in just a second. So this outer binder's got damage. I mean, it's just hanging on by a thread here. So you have an honorable discharge from 1972 from the Air Force. And then you have this letter on the occasion of you leaving the United States Air Force Medical Center in Keesler. And the letter does have some staining at the top. Then I assume that's a picture of the hospital. So,
it's like age.
So anyway,
all
we'll go ahead and start that.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, we're going to do the...
Yeah, we'll do that next. So, all right, no interest in this one.
All right.
All right, so we'll go ahead and do our $1 start item. So this is a really cool item. I'm not going to be able to do it justice because it's so hard to read, but me struggling to read through it, it's basically, so it's this legal abstract. It's the very first, it's like, just put in, it should be the one at the top there.
There we go.
So it looks like a family dispute because it says complainants are, and it gives their names, and it gives like the defendants here, and some of them have the same names, and then it talks about all their property, and this is 1850s Alabama, and as I mentioned, it even talks about like slaves and stuff being part of the property. So so you have this whole long, it's hard to it's folded up, so it tends to kind of fold up on itself. But yeah, whoever gets it will be in for some interesting reading. And then the other part of it's this letter that was written. It says, "Dear brother, you're your very kind and friendly letter." Then, but then it ends up not being so friendly. I mean, towards the end, he says, "This may be the last time I'll ever write you." But it's like he wrote this whole side here. Then he wrote a whole side here, and rather than getting another piece of paper, he just turned it and then wrote across, what he'd already written. I don't know how you were supposed to read that exactly, but anyway, that's probably about all I can say about it. As I mentioned, 1850s Alabama, really good condition considering its age. You can see the string here that holds it together, the thread that's still intact. So we'll go ahead and start that. It does have a little tear here on the very front page. Maybe goes through 2 or 3 of the pages. So, all right, we have UC Bears in at $12. All right, congratulations. You'll have to let us know if you're able to read all that and exactly what it says.
All right.
All right, so we have about 10 more minutes before we go over to Papergoy at 1 o'clock. So I really appreciate everybody stopping in today. I don't have any other shows scheduled, so I don't know when I'll do my next show. It'll probably be a part of one of these special events again. So just make sure you're following me on Whatnot and keep an eye out on our profile page. As I mentioned, we have a ton in the marketplace as well, so always keep an eye on that too. All right, so this is going to be a 1941 Collier's magazine with this lovely lady on the front. I love all the old magazines just because they have so many cool ads. This one's Ford, bring your Ford back home. And being 1941, this is probably going to have some wartime ads in it. There's one for Mobil Oil. Just show a couple of them here. There's a Chevrolet one. I don't know if there's any Coke or anything like that in here. There's some kind of railroad ad. And then there's Canadian Club. So we'll go ahead and start this one.
I wonder what got censored.
Where?
Schmidt Auction said.
Oh.
There we go. We're rolling. It's a pretty picture on the front.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Blue Katie Marie. Or Blue Katie May. Sorry, my eyes don't work so well up on my phone here. Yeah, when I go back and forth between the.
Thank you.
All right, just about 8 minutes left.
Lot number 3. All right, we're getting close to the end, so if anybody sees anything, let me know.
So these are going to be 4 vintage poison labels. So Messing's Pharmacy. It's also written in German, so maybe these came from Germany, but this one's Larkspur for vermin only. And then here's another Larkspur. So there's two of each of the different varieties, I guess, for lack of a better term. Then we have carbolic acid. And that one's also Jacob Messing Pharmacist. So I guess it's in New York. So I'm not sure why the one's written in German on the other one. And then here's the other one. So you're getting those 4 labels.
All right, here we go. Poison labels. Maybe we're a couple weeks too late for poison labels. That's been good around Halloween.
Yeah. Thank you, Blue Katie May. All right.
And this is
Lot 2.
Lot 2.
All right, so this is going to be a handbook for federal grand jurors from the 1980s. And then you have your certificate of appreciation, I guess, for being a juror. And then I think there was, there's some kind of envelope that's stapled in here. I think there was a letter too. Yeah, so from the United States District Court in Pennsylvania. you're here notified of your discharge from further grand jury duty. So, but it's your whole handbook on how to be a federal grand juror. So we'll go ahead and start that.
Okay. There we go. And we'll have some Christmas cards next.
Okay.
Should have gotten that court document earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
What was that?
Someone was charged with drug selling. And
Yeah.
It was like their whole
Where was that?
case.
At the estate sale today.
Oh.
Yeah. Not here.
Thank you, Blue Katie May. All right, so this is lot 31. This is going to be a bunch of Christmas cards. This will probably be one of our last lots.
Yeah.
Oh, start this giveaway. I forgot about it.
Okay.
So we do have one more giveaway. It'll end right before the show ends. If we get it started now, it's going to be 3 stereo view cards, probably from either the early 1900s or the 1800s. So you're going to get all 3 of those.
We sure did hit up a sale. It was a good one.
All right, so these are all Christmas cards. Unlike the other cards we showed earlier, these have all been used. So I'm just going to show the fronts in the interest of time. I believe these are probably like circa 1980s, if I was having to guess.
Maybe a little older. Oops. Let's see. Well, what was nice is it was a half price day.
Oh, at the estate sale?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is our favorite estate sale company in town. They always have a lot. We always find a ton on the last day. So.
131. You want me to go in and get this one rolling with a little bit longer time?
Do we have any other requests?
Nope.
And I'm about through it.
Okay.
That one's got a little like lapel pin or something.
Nice.
So I don't know exactly how many are in this. It's just a large lot.
Look at that.
That is Jim Sasser. He was a senator from Tennessee.
Oh, so these are probably local.
Oh, there's Divine. Is it Divine Center? Yep.
Who is it?
Divine.
Oh, how do you know that person?
I just know her.
All right. Paper
All right, you can go in and start it.
There we go.
All right, we'll be over to see paper going in a second.
It's 12:56. So we've got 2 minutes. So do we want to do one more, or we want to?
Well, let's see if we can. Well, we gotta let. Well, no, we could
Set
just.
up?
We could end the giveaway, but we'll go ahead and just
Oh,
let
yeah,
it
let's
run.
let it
And
go.
let's see. We probably just pull something.
We got
can
2
run.
minutes left on the giveaway.
How
You
about-
want to do that card?
Yeah, we'll do that real quick.
Here you go. I'll take that.
All right, so this might be our last one, depending on. This is going to be a couple of first day covers from 1995. They're all Civil War themed, so nice images on here. That's Stan Watty or Watie, Cherokee Chief and Confederate General. And then you have William Tecumseh Sherman. Wasn't the Indian in Cheers named Tecumseh?
Maybe.
Because Woody said, "I love you, Tecumseh." There's Stonewall Jackson. Oh, this was Winfield Scott Hancock and then Stonewall Jackson. So
What's on the
4.
back there?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that is, or if it even.
Well, I don't think it was there before.
That was with the Christmas cards.
Oh.
I just left it on the table. So.
All right. Ready to start?
All right,
this?
we'll go and start this. For the 4 first day covers from 1995, Civil War themed. No stamp collectors in the house.
No. So we want to go ahead and draw our winner. We're right at an hour.
Yeah, we can go ahead and we'll tell you what.
We'll
Just
let it wind down.
yeah,
that
let it wind down, and I'll just turn the camera on, and then we'll say bye, and then we'll raid Paperboy.
We got a minute left.
Switcheroo. All right. Yeah, thanks so much for everybody coming in. When I do these shows, I think I should do them more often because they're so much fun. But so maybe I'll do another one here coming up. But
it's a lot of work.
A big thank you to Penguin Boss Lillian and Schmidt Auctions Marla for organizing these. For anybody who's been around a while, I used to be involved in the organization. They have taken it to a whole nother level that, I mean, it's so far above, from where this thing started and then when I was running it. But yeah, it's awesome. And y'all do a great job. Make sure to go to franklinhillventures.com, follow us on Instagram and YouTube and all those different social media places. Well, thank you. I mean, of course, you got to go all the way back to Popeye and Ben, who were the brainchild behind getting this thing started. And
here we go.
They're the godfathers of it, and
Nerdy
it's in good hands now. Nerdy Nurse Spinach, congratulations.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm sure Paper Goy is going, so we'll head over there right now. So everybody have a great day, and we will see you next time. Raid. Well, he's not on the list, so I got to type him in. He always makes things difficult. Whoops, I misspelled his name. There he is. All right, here we go. Everybody have a great day.